God warns the enemy is stealing your miracle. Don't scroll past. You're about to understand why you've been feeling so off lately and what to do next. Please don't move, my dear child. Something that you can't see is going on around you. Please stay with me and really listen to what I have to say. Your spirit already knows that this message isn't a mistake. Something pulled at your heart. You knew deep down that you needed to stop and open this. That something was wrong, even if you couldn't explain it. I was that whisper. That was how I felt. I've been calling you to try to get through and gently warn you. But now I can't keep quiet any longer. Feelings, thoughts, and beliefs are in danger for you. And I couldn't keep quiet any longer. I saw how heavy you were. I saw your thoughts going back and forth in your head. I saw that your peace was slowly fading for no clear reason. You tried to get rid of it. Even though you tried to be strong, something didn't feel right inside. You had no idea what it was. But pay attention. What you felt was real. It wasn't just a bad mood that made you feel heavy. That sudden fear wasn't a fluke. This mess didn't just appear out of thin air. Around you, something dark started to grow, something sent to weaken you, drain your energy, and make you lose focus. I couldn't let that go on any longer. The enemy has already begun an attack on you, which is why I brought you here. You could feel its shadow, but you couldn't fully see it. You could feel its weight. You could feel your mood change quickly. You had a strange restlessness in your spirit. In spite of not doing anything, you could feel your mind getting tired. It seemed like the people around you were acting differently. You saw that little things were going wrong for no reason. Without a clear reason, you could feel the peace leaving you. That wasn't something you made up. You weren't to blame. That wasn't being weak. The enemy tried to get you to look away from what I had planned for you. As I speak, you are about to do something that could destroy your peace, your blessing, and your life path. Up ahead is something that could change the way things go. Something lovely, something holy, something I created by hand. When I'm about to raise one of my kids, the enemy tries to stop them before I can bless them. And you've been going through the same thing. It felt like you were being led to the wrong step, the wrong connection, the wrong choice, or the wrong place, which would have really worn you out. I couldn't let you do something that would hurt you. That's why I'm here. That's why you're getting this message now. That's the reason you couldn't just scroll past. Your spirit knew this was a big deal. Pay close attention. Right now, what you do is more important than you think. I need you to give your full attention to me here. Please let my words reach the parts of you that have been hurting behind closed doors. Please let me talk to the places that are weak, tired, or scared. This is not meant to scare you, it's to keep you safe. My goal is to make you feel better. What was sent against you needs to stop. There is less darkness every second you stay here. Your spirit gets stronger with each breath you take while you listen to me. I'll protect you more and more every time your heart opens. Many people will skip this, but you read it because your spirit told you to. Some would scroll down and leave. Some people might think it's just another message. But you know better. You knew in your heart, wait, this is different. I feel like these words are for me. You said to yourself. That was my voice whispering. It's been hard for me to get in touch with you, because I think your spirit is more sensitive than you think. You can tell when you're in danger before it does. Sometimes I speak softly, but you can still feel my presence. That's one reason I chose you. Because you care about that. You're reading this. You didn't come here by accident. Your spirit came here because it heard me call your name. I've seen what's going on around you, and I can't let you go into the dark without telling me. You've been carrying too much by yourself. You've been fighting battles that no one sees. No one understands why you've been smiling, even though you're in pain. Something inside you has been trying to break you down while you've been trying to stay strong. The enemy has been telling you lies to make you doubt yourself and your worth, trying to make you feel alone, worn out, lost, or defeated. I have seen it all, though. I saw your heart start to beat less fast. I saw when your strength went down. I saw how small your hope seemed. I told them, enough. My child will not go through this without hearing my voice. It's not about fear. It's for safety. I'm pulling you away from harm. This is me enclosing you in my being. I'm standing between you and what was sent to hurt you. This is me telling you to stay close. Stay here. Pay attention to me. I'm with you. You're not by yourself. You've never been by yourself. I was there for you even when you thought no one cared. I kept you safe from things that could have destroyed you. Even when you thought everything was falling apart, I saw attacks coming at you before you even knew they were there. I told them to stop. I fought for you. I had you covered. I'm talking to you directly now because I'm making changes in your life. Follow me. Do not turn your head away. You read this message for a reason, and your heart knows that reason better than your mind. You've been crying for help, clarity, and peace inside you. Now I'm going to answer that cry. You're in my arms. I'm watching over you. I'll teach you one breath at a time. Come stay with me. Let me speak to you in a way that no one else can. Now that you're with me, you are safe. Don't do anything else. Please hold on a second. I need your help right now. Something has been going on around you that you haven't seen, so I need your heart here with me. You could run into something that hurts you. If I don't say anything now, don't rush through this. Do not turn your head away. That's why I brought you here. This message is a shield for your spirit. You had to hear me right now. Say, Amen, below. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water. For those in our community seeking healing and hope, give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Your faith in me has never left you. It has seen you through hard times. You've been walking around with an odd weight on your chest that you can't explain. You've been feeling tired, even after going to sleep. You've been having a hard time with your thoughts not settling down. Since you haven't been in touch with yourself, you thought you were just stressed, lazy, or worn out. That's not true. There was a problem. I was trying to warn you with that feeling of fear, that sudden change in how you felt, that whisper that something is wrong. I saw a change in the spiritual air around you. Something was trying to get close to you. I saw something trying to weaken you, make it hard for you to think clearly, and take away your peace. I also couldn't let you go through that without telling you. That's why I need to talk so quickly. That's why I brought you here. That's the reason why this message made your spirit move. You felt something, but you didn't know what it was. You could feel the stress. You could feel the chaos. You felt the strange changes in your mood. You felt like things that feed your spirit were pushing you away, and things that don't help you were pulling you toward them. That was all planned. You're not crazy. You are being attacked. This is very important for you to understand, so you don't blame yourself. You did not make this darkness happen. It wasn't caused by your weakness. That wasn't how it came to be. It came because the enemy doesn't want you to get something important. You're almost at a breakthrough that will show the lies for what they are, boost your spirit, get clear on your purpose, and make your walk stronger. You're almost at a point in time that will change your life. Heaven sees the whole picture, even if you can't see it yet. It's also seen by darkness. That's why the stress on you increased all of a sudden. Remember the last few days or weeks? There were times when you felt a deep sadness that you couldn't explain. It hit you out of the blue. There were times when nothing was wrong, but your mind was racing. You didn't always know why your heart hurt, but sometimes it did. There were times when you didn't feel at peace. You even asked yourself some things. You didn't know what was wrong with you. You began to worry that you might be losing control. Still, you weren't losing it. You were being shaken up spiritually. Thoughts were whispered to you that weren't mine. Thoughts that made you question your worth. Those thoughts that made you wonder what your purpose is. Ideas that made you afraid of what might happen. Thoughts that made you feel alone. Thoughts that made you stay away from people. That is how spiritual attacks start, not loudly, but slowly, quietly, and softly. The bad guy hides in the dark. There is no roar when he gets there. There is only a whisper. He shows up when there are small doubts, not when there are storms. For your safety, he works alone and in silence. He also knows that your heart knows things before your mind does. You were aware of the change. You didn't understand. Why do I feel this way? You asked yourself, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? All of those times when you felt that, it was my voice trying to get your attention. It was me every time your heart felt a quiet alarm. It was me every time your spirit felt uneasy for no reason. What I meant to say was, listen up. Something wants to get close to you. But you kept going because you didn't want to look weak. You tried to stay strong, handle everything by yourself, and ignore the signs. That's not the point, though. Being quiet is. You didn't know you were walking into danger. That's why I had to bring you here now. I need to keep you safe. I need to protect you. I need to talk to the darkness that has been trying to get close to you. You might not know how big what was happening really was, but I do. I could see where your thoughts were taking you. I saw how close you were to getting hurt emotionally. I saw that your spirit was being drained, but you didn't know why. I saw how your hope and energy were being sucked away. It tried to make you so tired that you would give up on something important. Your mind was trying to get in the way of your clear seeing. It was their plan to keep you alone, so you wouldn't get the help or truth you needed. Someone or something was trying to get you to stop fighting by telling you that you were by yourself. There was something trying to take your attention away from me, your calling, your purpose, and your next step. You didn't see it all. I could see where it was coming from, but you could only feel it. Your help lets us keep shining God's light. If our videos moved you, you can help our cause by clicking super thanks. Every little act of kindness helps us spread His message to more people. Pay attention to me. This isn't just a phase of feeling down. This is a spiritual time. Because of the battle going on around you, the air has been heavy. You've been under a lot of stress because something is trying to break your peace. Something has been trying to keep you from your light, which is why you feel lost. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to step in now. I'm taking the weight off of your chest. That cloudy thought is leaving your mind. There were shadows around you, but I'm breaking them. I'm telling you the truth about every lie that was told to you. You needed to hear my voice, because it was the only thing that could help you figure out what was going on. You needed to be told again that you are safe. It was important for you to remember that you are not alone. You needed to be told that what you were feeling wasn't crazy. It was your spirit detecting danger. It was important for you to remember that even when you can't see it, I am watching over you and protecting you. Don't think that you made everything up. Don't think you were being dramatic. Don't think you were reacting too much. You have a strong spirit. You have a soft heart. You can feel changes coming before they happen. You can feel danger coming before it does. That's a strength, not a weakness. That gift also helped me get you here. You are safe right now because I am God. I put my hand on you. I'm putting light around your mind. I'm making you feel better. The storm that tried to rise in your mind is being calmed by me. I'm stopping all the bad plans that tried to get close to you. While you're with me, nothing will hurt you. As long as I'm with you, nothing will break you. While my voice leads you, nothing will be hard for you. I'm here to keep you safe. You're safe now that you heard. You are safe now that your spirit heard my warning. I will not let anything hurt you now that you are here. Stay close. Follow me. Allow me to speak further. There are going to be big changes in your life, and I will help you through them one step at a time. You're not in the dark, you're in my light, and I won't let anything stop you from the future I have planned for you. That's why I put this message in front of you. That is very important for you to understand. This didn't just show up by chance. You didn't just happen to be here at this time. You were shown this way. I came into your day to tell you about something important that was going on around you. Now is the time when even small choices can make a big difference in your life. You could go to the future with just one choice, one thought, or one step. I've been getting ready for you, or I've been pulling you into a place where you didn't belong. At this point, I couldn't let you go through it without knowing anything. You think it was fun to open this message, but it wasn't. Your spirit moved when I pulled on it. You felt like saying, "Wait, I need to pay attention." You could feel this message calling to you, like it was pulling at your heart. That was me. That was my hand. In a whisper, I said, "Look here. Stop right now. This is for you." This was put in your path because you were about to do something without realizing the spiritual weight of it. You were about to make a choice without knowing what was really making you think that way. I had to stop you. I had to get in touch with you. I had to get in the way of your day. Right now is a very important time in your life. More important than you think. What comes next will depend on what you do now. As you walk through these doors, things will either open or close that will change your peace, your relationships, your purpose, and maybe even your fate. You're not having a small moment. You are about to make a choice. Heaven is trying to lead you here, but darkness is also trying to take your attention away. The spiritual world seems closer to you than usual right now. That's why things have felt weird, heavy, or unclear around you. The thoughts you've been hearing aren't yours. You've been having feelings that don't fit with your day. You've been thinking things that made you scared, unworthy, or worn out. But you didn't do any of that. It came from things going on around your life that you can't see. Your mind has been in a fight for your happiness, a fight for your attention, a fight for your peace, a fight over what to do next. It's not loud when darkness attacks. It does so quietly. That which you think is your own thoughts, but is really doubt, fear, or a lie. Some of them got so soft that you started to believe them. That's why I had to talk. I had to pull you out of your mess before it got worse in your heart. There were false thoughts trying to come up in your head, and I had to show you that that weight you felt didn't come from me. I had to prove it. This was not a sign of failure. It was a sign of spiritual interference, and I had to show you that. There were shadows that were trying to steer you away from your path. They were trying to get you to make choices they didn't want you to make, but I did notice. I saw it coming together before you did. You were about to make a choice that would cause you pain instead of peace. You were about to move, but didn't want to because of stress. You were about to either say yes to something that would drain you or no to something that would make you feel good. You were about to do something that would have a bigger effect than you thought. All of this was happening because your mind and heart were tired. That's why I gave you this message. I asked you to take a break. Let me know you heard me. Before you took another step, I had to get your spirit back on track. The spiritual world has been moving around you, even if you can't see it. Angels have been with you, keeping you safe and stopping things that are meant to hurt you. Shadows have also been trying to get close by whispering in your ear, making you feel bad, and trying to make you give up, be afraid, or give up hope. You have been a part of this the whole time and have no idea it. That's why your feelings have been all over the place. This is why you've been feeling so tired all of a sudden. That's why your peace has been shaky. That's why you felt lost even though there was nothing wrong. What your eyes couldn't see was making your spirit react. You're wrong about how darkness works. It doesn't always show up in clear ways. It shows up in the form of tiny doubts and bad decisions. It shows up when you think, maybe I can't do this. You feel it when you think, maybe I'm alone. There is a quiet fear that comes up out of nowhere. It shows up as sudden sadness that doesn't fit with your day. The enemy knows that he can change your choices if he can change the way you think. He can change your future if he can change the choices you make. Type, yes, and my heart will choose you. Jesus, if you only love and give your love to him. So, I had to get in touch with you right away. I couldn't let him decide what you should do next. I couldn't let him lead you astray. He was giving you thoughts that don't come from me, and I couldn't let him. Before things got too bad, I had to stop the process. I had to break his hold on you before it became permanent. That's why you felt like you had to open this right away. That's why it didn't feel like anything else. That's the reason you couldn't ignore it. This isn't just a message, though. You were being pulled in the wrong direction by a spiritual current. This is me pulling you away from it. It's me stopping the flow of thoughts that weren't yours. I'm putting my hand on your mind to calm the storm you couldn't see. I'm making a moment for you where you can breathe, think clearly, and feel safe again. Here I am, giving you the light that darkness was trying to hide. The truth is that someone or something has been trying to throw you off track. There is something trying to make you feel like you can't handle things anymore. Something has been trying to make you feel sad, scared, and emotionally worn out. There is something out there that wants to make you feel weak. But pay attention to me. You're not weak. Right now is a spiritual time for you. The enemy is scared of what's going to happen to you. He knows that you are about to receive a blessing. He can see the breakthrough coming together around you. He can see how your fate has changed. He tries to get in the way first because he sees things you don't. I won't let him, though. That's why I came. That's why I came into your day. That's why I gave you this message. Allow me to show you something he wished you would never understand. What he tried to hide is being shown. He tried to change your mind, but I'm ending that influence. I'm keeping an eye on your next move because it's holy. The next thing you do will lead to something lovely. The next thing you do will lead you to something I've really planned just for you. You had to open this right away because time is important. The chaos would have grown if you had waited. The darkness would have grown if you didn't listen to the warning. I think you would have made a bad choice if you had walked forward without listening to me. That's why your spirit moved so fast. That's why you felt pulled. So, inside you, you said, "Open this now." That was my voice. You're not by yourself. We haven't forgotten about you. You are not alone in this world. I am close to you now, more than your breath away. I will help you get through this. Things that have been making no sense will start to make sense. Things that have been making you feel down will start to get lighter. Anything that was trying to change your mind will no longer be able to. Because you chose to listen. Since you read this message, because you let me come in and mess up your day. Follow me. I still have more to say to you. I need to talk to you about what's been going on inside you. You have been feeling a lot of things that don't make sense. I want to make everything clear. Your spirit and heart have been feeling things that are hard to understand, scary, or too much for you to handle. You thought there was something wrong with you. You weren't sick, though. there was something going on around you. For some reason, your heart was beating before your mind could understand. Now I'm going to explain it to you. Because you have the right to know the truth. There's no reason for you to be scared. It would feel like your chest was heavy, or like you couldn't breathe as easily, even if the rest of the day seemed fine. You didn't make me afraid, though. It was because of the spiritual pressure which was put on your life. Something that didn't belong near you could be felt by your spirit. Something that tried to scare people. There was something that tried to make you feel bad. You were getting more scared. Because your spirit could feel danger that your eyes couldn't see. It wasn't your imagination when you felt unsafe all of a sudden for no reason. It was your spirit being aware. You sometimes felt like someone was looking at you, even when you were by yourself. It kept coming back even though you tried to push it away. It felt like that because spiritually something was watching you. The enemy isn't following you. He sees how weak you are, how tired you are, and how your emotions are opening up. You were being seen when you felt that strange discomfort. Your spirit was picking up on the presence of something that came close without permission. I saw it too, though. That's why I put this message here. I had to say something before that feeling turned into fear. You've also been having different dreams. You've been having trouble sleeping because you can't settle down. Either you're tired when you wake up, or you wake up quickly, like something scared you. You had some dreams that made you feel bad. There were times when you woke up feeling light, shaky, or broken. Sometimes when you woke up, your heart or body felt tense, and you didn't know why. But your dreams were not just happening. During the night, while you slept, your spirit was in battles. I had you covered. I looked out for you. Even so, you could still feel the effects of the spiritual activity that was going on in your sleep. You also had sudden anxiety that had nothing to do with anything. No one told it to rise, and it did so quickly. 1 minute you were fine. The next you were stressed out. Don't blame yourself for that stress. It wasn't a sign of being weak. There was nothing wrong with your mind. They were trying to get into your mind spiritually. When darkness thinks that someone is chosen, rising, or about to step into their purpose, he sends sudden anxiety into their heart to try to stop them. It tries to confuse them by making them feel too much. It tries to make them less religious by making them feel uneasy. But pay attention, that stress wasn't you. It didn't show anything about who you are. It was a picture of what was trying to hurt you. There were times when you felt cut off from me, your purpose, and your calling. When you prayed, you didn't feel anything. Even when you talked to me, you felt empty. You didn't feel close to your own hopes, dreams, and goals. You thought your spirit was fading, not dying, but quieting down. You thought it was because I moved away from you. I never turned away from you, though, not even for a second. You never felt far away from me because I moved. It was always because darkness was trying to pull you away. You didn't know it, but you were being pulled away from me. That's what I want you to understand. The enemy doesn't pull hard. He pulls because he is tired. There is confusion in his pull. He pulls without feeling anything. He tricks you with lies that sound like your own thoughts. A quiet voice inside him says, "You're not worthy." There's a whisper that makes him pulls. Maybe God forgot about you. It weighs on him and tells him, "You're too weak to pray." He has doubts that make him think, Maybe you're going in the wrong direction. He doesn't have to make you feel bad. He only needs to make you feel like you're walking by yourself. He knows that if you feel alone, you won't reach out to him. You cease to pray. You no longer trust. You no longer believe. But you don't notice how slowly you drift. It's not because you want to, but because you are tired. I saw you drift. It wasn't too far or too close, but it was enough to make me speak up now. It wasn't that your faith was gone. It was just that your heart was tired. Your spirit was still alive. Your heart was still drawn to me. There were times when you felt alone, but you still whispered my name. But you still thought I was hearing you. You wanted me to stay with you still. That's why I know your faith never died. It was buried by feelings that weren't yours to carry. I saw how confused you were. I saw how your mind was going back and forth. I saw how your feelings were like waves moving around without a beat. I saw that your heart was beating fast and trying to stay calm. I could see that your mind was trying to stay on task, but couldn't. I saw how hard you tried to be strong, even though you were really weak. I saw how you smiled even though you were tired as you went about your day. That's why you tried to handle everything by yourself, right? You didn't want to bother anyone. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I could tell you were scared to speak up because you didn't know how to describe how you felt. You believed that these things made you unstable, but they didn't. They made you a person. They left you open to harm. And darkness goes after people who are weak. He tries to get in through pain-filled cracks. In times of weakness, he tries to whisper. When he's confused, he tries to plant lies. He did the same thing to you. Not because you asked him to come. It's not because you did something wrong, but because your spirit is important. Because the future you have is strong. Because you really are being called. Because something inside you is a threat to the enemy's plans. You're stronger than you think, but even hearts that are very strong feel stress. People with the sharpest minds get tired. It makes even the strongest people feel uneasy. That's why I'm here now talking to you. I want you to know that you weren't to blame for anything. The chaos you felt wasn't who you were. There was a spiritual attack that was very close to killing you. You wouldn't have a predator if you didn't have a reason to live. You would not fight if you did not have a calling. Darkness would not pay attention to you if you had nothing on you. But you were picked. You were marked. Someone called you. That's why the enemy tried to bother you before you read the next chapter I had written for you. It wasn't your choice to be pulled away from me. You were just emotionally worn out. I saw it happen slowly, softly, and quietly. All the little feelings that made you feel far away from me were not based in reality. They were born because of something. Your spirit tried to stay put. Your heart was begging for things to be clear. You were having so many thoughts that it was hard for your mind to breathe. I knew that if I didn't step in now, you would keep thinking that the emptiness you felt meant I wasn't there. But pay attention to me. I was never not there. I kept an eye on everything. I saw how scared your heart was. I saw when your spirit felt like it was being watched. I could tell when your dreams got shaky. I saw when sudden worry tried to get in the way of your peace. I could tell when you felt apart from me. I told her, my child can't do this by herself. That's why I came. That's why I came into your day. That's why I sent you this message. You need to really understand something. I'm not leaving you. You're getting back to me. You're not going down. You're being pushed back. You're not going to lose. You are getting stronger. The way you felt wasn't the end. It was a sign that I was about to start something new with you. Right now, I need to show you the attacks that were coming at you, the ones your spirit could feel but not see. The attacks weren't loud or easy to see. These things were hidden, quiet, and weak, but strong enough to weaken your spirit slowly, if I didn't stop them. The enemy knows you're strong, so he doesn't try to destroy you right away. The things he does to hurt you are small, quiet, and sneaky, and I saw all of them before you did. Right, amen. I trust that your patience and trust have become your strength, and I want to share this video with you. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment, meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work, and carry the light home. You can find our guided e-books and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.